What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we're going to be looking and continuing from where we left off in yesterday's episode, which, as you guys can see, was talking about the fact that it's finally starting and that there's massive potential for a kind of like a relief rally back to the upside to neutral levels, which would be right at the moving average, which is what we're going to be continuing to go over and cover in today's video. You can see, starting off with XRP, this is really the main focus of today's episode. We're going to look at some of the other major cryptos, but we're going to be tracking this beautiful XRP descending fractal on XRP. We're going to be looking at Solana, which has just conveniently decided to break through its price ceiling here. We have Ethereum, which we're going to be checking out on its way up. We have Bitcoin here on its way up as well, retesting moving average price ceiling, which we could adjust to include this because I don't believe we've broken out of it just yet. We're going to be looking at the Russell 1000, which is Vong, and then we're going to be checking out the S&P 500. So there's a lot to go over. Hopefully you guys are excited as excited as I am here, as there's a lot to discuss. We're getting very close to kind of making that decision again. Are we going to rally out? Are we going to break down? There's a lot of questions and uncertainties here that we're going to try to cover and answer in today's episode here. So definitely make sure to stay tuned. But we're going to be focusing, like I said, at the beginning of the video, on XRP's very large descending fractal here. Started back in January, as you guys can see, pretty much the start January. How we entered it with a beautiful rally up. I mean, a huge run to the upside. We're talking about the original break was like 64%, which is insane. Even if not even more, 65% here. And then we started our descent. And since then, we have managed to fall at most 52%, which is nuts. Now we're starting to consolidate. Now we're starting to see some interesting trends, which we're going to have to go over and cover with you. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, I just wanted to let you guys know that I partnered up with a new exchange on the channel called BITUNIX, as you guys can see here. And for people that want to sign up and check out this exchange, they've been around for quite a bit, but it's the first time I've heard of them. Maybe you've heard about them. Let me know your opinions on this exchange down in the comment section below. But they're doing a campaign for us to get some free bonus cryptocurrency. Anyone that signs up can get free crypto, unlike some other exchanges here that require deposit bonus. They are incentivizing deposit rewards too, which is super cool. But anyone that signs up can get $10 in free cryptocurrency, USDT. Who doesn't like free cryptocurrency? If you deposit, you get 10% of that back in a bonus, which is also excellent because the exchange has up to 125x leverage. Now, obviously, I don't recommend trading that high, but it's available if you need it. 10x leverage on $100 is $1,000 to be leverage trading, which is still quite a bit. So registration rewards, register to get $10 in USDT bonus down in the description below, only for the first 100 users. There's deposit rewards too, as you guys can see here, which is very cool. It's basically like a 10x. So whatever you deposit, you get back. And then they even have trading volume rewards too. So there is a ton of free bonus features here that you guys can check out. Definitely make sure to check them out down in the comment section below. And we're going to go over more of this later on in today's video. But moving forward from here, as you guys can see, diving into the current coin market cap, you can see we are consolidating. Literally, the market has done nothing over the past 24 hours. We're only up 0.01%, and we're kind of stagnating. Like, we're hitting kind of a bit of turbulence. 31 on the fear and greed compared to 17. Definitely a lot better. And cryptos in the past week are up, which is great. 7% on Bitcoin, 4 on Ethereum, 11 on XRP. Solana is up 20%. A lot of these cryptos are really starting to see major reversals, major swings to the upside. Sorry about that. But you can see as we started to head up the past couple of days, we're kind of consolidating here. We're kind of getting squeezed. Look at XRP. Slowly consolidated up, and we've been trading kind of sideways for at least 2 to maybe going on 3 days now. BNB, Solana, notice the correlation here, the similarities. So volume is slowly dying back off, which is something we're going to have to go over and cover. Yesterday we said stop, it's starting, because we confirmed Monday that we are seeing that reversal yesterday here. If I pull up the Solana charts, you can see it was Friday closure, Saturday we confirmed closure above the major downtrend that we've been tracking for quite some time now. It's possible we could extend this out. It's not that accurate to me. I think this is about as good as we can get here. You'll notice we do have a price ceiling here, which has been a problem zone for us, kind of rejecting off here and falling lower in the past here. So now we're coming back up to retest it. We will see whether or not we'll be able to break up, rally to the upside, or if we're going to be consolidating to the downside. But I truly believe we should see relief rally back up to here. That's my target. Obviously, we have to break through this price ceiling first, but I do strongly believe we are headed to this zone at some point or another here. So this was a good opportunity to start to pay attention to here. There's really not that major volume swing. Volume's actually been dying off. So until we get a little more consolidation, we're kind of sitting ducks at this point, but there are other cryptocurrencies to look at that might maybe offer some better opportunity to get in. I think XRP, for example, would be one of those here because XRP is in a beautiful uptrend. You can see rallying up, and we've been in a very textbook, very easy beginner pattern, technical indicator that is very easy to track because you can see consistently the retests of price ceiling with rejection. And you can see here the retests of support with reversal. So it's a very cookie cutter, clean cut technical indicator with very solid patterns. And what we're looking for is confirmation of a breach outside or below it here. So as you can see, we are consolidating. Volume has died off, and we are starting to get closer to our huge moving average and our price ceiling on the daily charts. What we're looking for is a confirmation closure above here. So if the daily candle closes maybe $2.30, I know a lot of you guys listen to me on the drive to work or something like that. We're looking for closure of XRP outside the $2.32 range. As time goes on, it's going to push us, and hopefully we break out of that, because if we do get out of this, we are typically looking for a textbook bullish run. We should expect to see a run. If we reject off here, there is a very solid chance we will see reversal back down again to maybe $1.47. So either way, doesn't really matter to me, because there's either a short opportunity on the horizon or a rally to the upside on the horizon. And I think the only way to kind of figure out which way that's going to go possibly now is by looking at these other cryptocurrencies to kind of base that reference off of. Like Solana could see a reversal back up to moving average here. And if that's the case, XRP would also be breaking up. All the cryptos kind of move together. So there's a chance we could see that movement, but it's obviously not happening within the next 24 hours. So we do have some time to pay attention. But you can see, like, looking at Ethereum here, also came out of a massive descending fractal here. We started it off with a huge run to the upside here. We're talking about like what is this? Again, a 67% rally. Since the rally happened, we started our descent. We are now down at most 66% on Ethereum here, which is insane. We have the easiest textbook descending fractal that there is. The easiest stair-stepping lower high, lower low pattern here, continuing to send us lower. And in that case, I would very likely think at some point we should be able to relief rally and rebound to the upside here. It's only a matter of time before we get that decision. So hopefully we see that quicker. Hopefully we see that come sometime soon. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen in the very near future, because we have until maybe end of April. I mean, I guess that's pretty soon, maybe 2 weeks before we see any sort of sign of getting closer to retesting that. But in the meantime, the short term, we are consolidating, and we are looking at a point where we could cause correction here. We're at the moving average. You can see as this happens here, there's a very good chance we could reject and correct to the downside here. That's what we're looking for. This rejection and reversal to the downside. So we'll see if it happens. You can see we are tracking a new pattern here, and this looks more bearish than bullish here. And with volume at a low, unless we see some miraculous movement right now, I would likely think we'll retest maybe 1695, 1700 on Ethereum, and then correct to the downside. This would be a more long-form short opportunity. We can do so on BITUNIX, as you guys can see here. Better liquidity, better trading, global crypto derivatives exchange. You can trade now. They offer a lot of cool stuff, which I like. Buy crypto. You can do market orders, futures, spot trading, earn, copy trading, campaign centers, task centers, and referral. Let's see what task centers is. So currently no tasks available. Interesting. But if we go over to, let's see, Whereas in futures trading, what I do like about this exchange compared to others is, as you guys can see, they offer XRP, which is excellent because not many exchanges offer XRP to leverage trade. It's nice to find one here that's available. So definitely make sure to check out BITUNIX down in the description below. And lastly, to look at these other cryptocurrencies, another clear-cut possibility of correction. I'm seeing more signs of reversal, rejection off XRP to the downside here. Ethereum, rejection, causing correction to the downside. Bitcoin getting closer to resistance, could cause rejection to the downside. This is now like a 3-to-1 as to why there's a better chance of reversal to the downside than a pump to the upside here. So keep that in mind, that we could see a particular correction in the very near future here. VONG, the Russell 1000, as I zoom out, I don't know. We could very easily retest support, but I think we're still in kind of a bearish territory. We might float down a little bit more as time moves on. It's very, very, very possible that that's what we could see as we start to consolidate. Yesterday we opened at a high, but we did, kind of head lower. Same thing with the S&P. Looks like it wants to head lower too as we retest moving average. We're still in this kind of descending fractal here. We certainly need to clean some stuff up because this is getting a bit funky with the amount of lines that we have, but you can see the correction that took place. We're not out of the woods just yet. It's very likely that we could continue to scale lower here as it's only been just a couple of days. But that's it for today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.